This is a documentary.
Watershed is a basin-like landform defined by high points and ridgelines that descend into lower elevations and stream valleys. A watershed carries water shed from the land after rain falls and snow melts. Drop by drop, water is channeled into soils, groundwaters, creeks, and streams, making its way to larger rivers and eventually the sea. Water is a universal solvent affected by all that it comes in contact with, the land it traverses, and the soil through which it travels. The important thing about watersheds is what we do on the land affects the water quality for all communities living downstream. Watersheds sustain life in more than one way. These water bodies supply our drinking water, water for agriculture and manufacturing, also offer opportunities for recreation, that includes canoeing and fishing, and provide habitat to numerous plants and animals. Unfortunately, various forms of pollution, including runoff and erosion, can interfere with the health of the watershed. Therefore, it is important to protect the quality of our watershed.
Tell us about the river, please.
Pretty low tide right now. It's not too high, it's not too rough.
Is it cold?
It's probably around 50 degrees. It's pretty clear right now. So, it's good.
When we went to the Missisquoi River, we had to scan the area for its physical characteristics. We went down on April 27, 2016. It was sunny and clear. Our site was sandy, rocky, and it was mostly clear of bushes and debris, but had some driftwood. The surrounding land uses upon the river are farming, residential, factory, park, crops, roading, commercial, bridge, and road use. Also, there are pipes entering the river from upstream and commercial buildings. The river does not have much canopy cover. We gave it a 20% canopy cover grade. Also, we recorded the water appearance and odor. Our class recorded that it was cloudy, muddy, green, foamy, and had a fishy odor to the river. We also recorded the embeddedness of the rocks in the river. The average found of embedded rocks was about 40 to 50%. When we went down to the Missisquoi River to study the water quality, the pollution level, we did tests to find the pH, orthophosphate, and dissolved oxygen. The results were as followed. The pH was 6 on the pH scale. The orthophosphate level was at 0.0273, which means that there is no impact. The dissolved oxygen level was at 7 to 9, which is good for almost all fisheries and aquatic life forms.
They took you, nightman, and you don't belong to them. They left me in a world of darkness without your sexy hands, and I miss you, nightman, so bad. Demon, fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun. You're a master of karate and friendship for everyone. Demon, fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun. You're a master of karate and friendship for everyone. David, fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun. You're a master of karate and friendship for everyone. David, fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun. Friendship for everyone. Damn it. Fighter of the night, man. Champion of the sun.
Sam is now prepared to impregnate a cow.
They don't have to be really big rocks. They don't have to be really big. Just that ones that are in the sediment.
Sam, you fall, remember, grab with your hands. Like just fall on your hands, don't fall on your face, because you would die.
Yeah.
I got a good shot of you guys up there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When are you gonna edit this?
Probably today, actually.
You don't have to go out that far.
So, we're gonna have to narrate this at some point.
Okay, so we need to find the bathtub ring. Did you do that yesterday?
What?
Finding the bathtub ring. So this is the ring. So that's like
Yeah.
90%.
This is what was in the water. This was what was
That was on the surface of the
Recording here.
I'm trying to see what's polluting our waters mostly. See how the sediment level is in it.
What do you think it is so far?
Pretty murky down there, so.
Underneath the bridge, top is sprung.
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Gonna help him put us under bad guys who like to loot and plunder.
You'll pay for this, Captain Planet!
We're the Planeteers. You can be one too, 'cause saving our planet is the thing.
In trying to find what about the school affects our watershed, we learn about the different types of tolerable and intolerable macrovertebrates. We also learn the water flow around the school, which consists of the school's drainage systems. We studied the different pHs around the school and collected the data for all of the methods of water quality testing that we stated previously. For macrovertebrates, we collected in 3 different areas around the school. The first area was near the agriculture building. We collected 7 mayfly nymphs, 1 rifle beetle, 5 left-handed snails, and 2 flex worms.
So what's in that river right there, or whatever?
It looks
stream?
like a lot of iron and some oil. There are many harmful pollutants in the parking lot that are not healthy for our watershed.
You guys want to do?
All right, Jake, go check out the water system in here.
It's okay to eat fish, 'cause they don't have any feelings.
Seconds. Bruh. I didn't fall. I slipped, but
Of course, anytime you have manure that's out in an open place where water is raining on it.
It's right next to the
It runs out. It runs into a culvert. The culvert runs into a ditch. Ditch runs into a stream. Stream runs into the lake. So it can be a problem. The other big issue in big buildings like this is that when you think about the square footage of our parking lot, for instance, so rain falls on the parking lot, picks up phosphorus from a variety of sources. There are other pollutants that are on the lot. Again, there was a time when the goal was just to drain the water away without any thought about where it was going. I don't know what improvements have been made on our drainage since this building was built, but a lot of buildings in Vermont and a lot of parking lots in public areas have very poor drainage setup, so that there really is a huge amount of runoff that happens from commercial space as well. What is the plan to increase the water quality around the school?
Is this the plan in place right now for the water quality?
Well,
streams around the school?
right now, I don't think there is a specific water quality plan, but in the near future, some of the things that we are talking about from a facility standpoint, let me see if I have it right here. We are looking at doing some significant facilities work in this building, and a couple of things that we're talking about include repaving the parking lot, redoing all of the sidewalks, redoing the roof. These are all things that need to get done within the next 10 years, and so part of that will involve really thinking about environmental standards and what we need to do
You should get solar panels.
to meet, and solar panels. So we have right now, glad you mentioned that. So we have in the works right now, we're talking to a couple different solar companies, but there's a company that's bought some acreage over here by the baseball field, and they're willing to, if they can gain access, they'll give us some land, and they'll also hook us up to their solar panels, and so it's reduced the school's electricity costs by, I think, 17%. Again, but I'm not sure. So this, you should really talk to Mr. Gregoire and get the specifics, because he can give you the exact figures and numbers and so on. But that's part of the plan, is to do that.
You think you can get that absorbent pavement that we were just talking about?
I don't know. That's a great idea. I mean, I think if it depends. Here's the problem for all of this, and I hate to say this, but money drives, the commercial world, and it's hard to do things, particularly in a school where budget is always a concern. So if we said to the community, we can either pave the parking lot for $2 million, or we can pave it for $2.5 million. I mean, yeah. I mean, even though people care about the lake, people are concerned. Living in Vermont is a tough place to make a living, and so when you're asked to spend extra money, it's difficult.
Swamp Monster.
Thank you.